Hey guys, by 2030, the real-world assets market will be so big that it is hard to believe. So today, I'm going to tell you about a project that is the undisputed leader in this field. Paying attention to it now is like buying RNDR for $2. So today, you will learn about ONDO Finance, how it tokenizes the US government bonds and already has more than several $100 million in tokenized assets. In addition, we will talk about the project's products, its future prospects, and my goals for buying this token. So subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and let's get started. So let's start by getting to know the project because it is a pretty vivid representative of one of the main narratives of the current market, real-world assets. This project aims to tokenize real-world assets, which is a pretty interesting initiative. In general, ONDO is a platform where you can make money with tokenized assets, such as US government bonds. This is one of their largest products with a yield of 4.69% per annum and a total value of funds raised of around $100 million. Another product with significant volume is USDY, a stablecoin that, unlike USDT or USDC, is backed by treasury bonds and also allows you to earn interest. It's really a pretty cool product, and that's what got me interested in learning more about ONDO. Besides the fact that they cooperate with top funds like BlackRock, the project also has more or less support from top representatives of the crypto market, such as Morgan Stanley, Coinbase, Founders Fund, and this is a small part of all the partners. And this is just one of two platforms that are the project's own ecosystem. The second one is a pretty convenient service to get rewards for your stablecoins. In general, this is a fairly common model where some people lend their stablecoins and get interest on them, and other people borrow those stablecoins for their own purposes. So now that you know a little more about the project itself, I'm ready to introduce you to the ONDO token itself, which plays a significant role in the development of the product itself. After all, its holders have a say when it comes to the further development of these platforms and the entire ONDO Finance project. Despite the fact that the project is quite new, as many as 9 votes have already been held for new implementations, and apparently this is just the beginning. At the same time, one of the main features of the last year is missing here, the reward for staking a token. That is, you will not receive a part of the resources earned, commission, and so on. Therefore, to really assess the potential of this token and the ecosystem as a whole, I suggest that you move on to the RWA market and find out what the owners of top funds say about it, because they can drive the price up so much that it will be too late to invest. While I'm talking about the valuations of this area, write in the comments whether you would use such a resource where you can buy US bonds for crypto. In general, before investing in a project, you need to analyze the actual use of the product very carefully, and whether the market needs the sector in which the project is based. So, let's analyze this with the example of ONDO. First, you can see that ONDO Finance ranks 4th among all RWA protocols in terms of TVL. This is already quite good, but I want to focus on a very important point. All of the top 5 projects support only one blockchain, and ONDO supports as many as 5, which will definitely facilitate the process for investors, as they are very likely to have funds in one of these 5 networks. However, you need to understand that the probability of reaching the top 3 for TVL in this area is quite small, because the difference with the closest competitor is almost 3 times. So if we summarize, it becomes obvious that the project is relevant in this market. After all, it currently offers quite unique features and investment opportunities, which is perfectly reflected in its growing TVL. And now I would like to move on to RWA itself, because this is a rather controversial and interesting topic. I said at the beginning of the video that this is going to be a pretty big part of the economy in the coming years. Most researchers say that by 2030 we could see the total capitalization of this market reach about 16 trillion. And the most interesting thing is that all the top funds understand this and are already starting to accelerate this trend. For example, here's what Larry Fink, CEO of BlackRock, has to say about tokenization.
I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
In fact, I could endlessly add footage of various funders and CEOs of large funds talking about the great benefits of this trend. After all, it is clear to everyone that this is a huge market that will bring huge profits. So, coming back to the assessment of the relevance of this field, it becomes as clear as possible that RWA has no less potential than traditional AI. And now, I propose to move on to the really interesting stuff. Finally, I believe in the possibility of a very significant pump of the ONDO token, and BlackRock will be the fund that will make it happen. First of all, as I said, BlackRock is the largest fund working with the project and is also quite active in its development. Second, thanks to the Arkham Analytics resource, we managed to find some transactions that link these resources. Here's a transfer from the foundation's wallet to the project, $250,000, which is certainly a small amount, but it confirms the idea of close links between the projects. In addition, ONDO Finance recently redistributed a significant portion of OUSG's assets to a BlackRock fund called BUYDL. If you don't know, BlackRock launched BUYDL, the first tokenized fund on the Ethereum network. It is fully backed by cash, US Treasury bonds, and repurchase agreements, and will pay daily profits to token holders via the blockchain. This only confirms the fund's very solid intentions for the ONDO token and the entire project. So, I suggest you move on to my price prediction, and in the meantime, share your thoughts on the fund and the relationship with BlackRock. I want to make it clear right away that I'm only giving you my subjective opinion on the future price. This is not financial advice, so be sure to do your own research and invest wisely. I think it is necessary to start with the fact that we have discovered this coin quite late. After all, in just 1 month, it has made 100% on its price, so it is a rather risky decision to consider buying it right now. And here you need to understand that the market is quite unstable right now, so we can see both a drawdown and a very sharp price increase. The latest world news has caused quite a correction in the green market, especially if you look at the prices of altcoins, and someone now believes that this is the very bottom of the market, while someone else sees even lower price levels for the entire cryptocurrency market. I'm still trying to be somewhere in the middle, so I decided to buy back the bottom at 76 cents. At the same time, I left some stablecoins so that in the worst case scenario, I could buy this asset at the support levels of 65 or 60 and 50 cents. In this case, even if we do not go below the current levels and at least see the recent all-time high, it will be almost 40% profit, which is not so bad. However, if we talk about a longer-term perspective, I see every chance of reaching a price of $1.5, maybe $2, which will be much more pleasant figures, especially if you buy at 50-60 cents. At the same time, I believe that this is a fairly realistic prediction. And if we talk about bullish scenario, the figures will reach $4 to $5. In this whole story, we need to understand the fact that this area is quite new, and the project already has considerable support from BlackRock and Larry Fink. And as we all know, neither the foundation nor Larry himself like to lose. They like to get rich and line their own pockets. I think you can see this in their string of victories in the ETF issue and so on. These people will do anything to win. That's why I can believe in the ONDO token pump story. What do you think about all this? Share in the comments. And I want to remind you that this video is in no way financial advice. This is just my vision and thoughts on the market, so be sure to do your own research before investing and invest wisely. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the growth of coins. Thanks for watching. Your Coin Post.